Hello everybody and welcome back to our home. Today's video is all about family and heritage and legacy and lineage. We're in kind of a weird situation where my grandma is letting go of everything in her estate early. And so we as her children and grandchildren and great-grandchildren have had the opportunity to be able to look through her things and find the items that are the most special to us and bring them home. It's fun because we get to discuss it with her and ask questions about these items. I did ask her if she wanted to be part of the video today, but she thought that it would be a lot of pressure. And so she decided to just watch from afar. And so I'm going to show you guys some of the amazing things that we have collected from her home that we are excited to take care of and pass on down to our children and their children. So before we get started with this video, I have to admit to you guys that we are actually 2 weeks early on this video. I have had the opportunity to partner with My Heritage, and I just thought that it would be such a beautiful integration with this video to not only go through the things that I've collected from my grandmother, but also discover from my DNA where I'm from and where, not only where my grandma and my grandpa are from, but my grandparents on the other side as well. So they did wind up sending me this little box and I have not opened it yet. So let's go ahead and check it out together. Okay, so here is my kit. It has a little reminder for you to go online and activate your kit. And then it has the instructions. Looks like there's a little baggie in here, the return envelope, and then here is the swabs. All right, and then I'm gonna swab my cheek with these guys. Okay, now I'm gonna stick this swab in the vial. Okay, now I'm gonna set these vials onto this little cotton pad in this bag. Okay, well my DNA samples are ready. I'm gonna send these off and I'll see you guys in 2 weeks. Hello everybody and welcome back. If you guys are just joining now, y'all can find my part 1 on last week's video, but the theme of this week and last week's video is generational blessing. We're gonna go over my results from My Heritage and I can tell you guys a little bit about where I'm from. I think it'll be really cool to see which parts of the world my family has traveled over from. My Heritage is a leading global family history and DNA service that makes exploring your family history easier than ever. Okay, so a little bit about that DNA test. It only took about 2 minutes. It was easy to use, and this test covers more regions than any other test. So my DNA results will reveal an ethnicity estimate, which is a percentage breakdowns of your origins across 42 supported ethnicities and 2,114 geographic regions. These can help you find new relatives based on your DNA, and they host a platform which makes it really easy to build your family tree. But note that My Heritage has committed in its privacy policy to never sell or license genetic data. I was kind of messing around with some of the cool features on the My Heritage website. It's so cool. I'm gonna upload a picture here of my grandma and grandpa on their wedding day. And so I'm gonna go ahead and put this in here and I'll show you how I can colorize it and how I can enhance it so that it makes their features a little bit more clear. You can also put like expressions and animate these. I have done a deep dive and spent hours on this website over the last couple of weeks looking into my family. My family tree dates all the way back to the 1600s. Okay, and my results are in, and so let's go ahead and open these up. View my DNA results. Let's go. Okay, so 83.9% Scandinavian and 16.1% English. Is that it? That's all I have. Okay, but why does it not say that I'm German? Okay, let's see here if it says view full ethnicity estimate. It says additional genetic groups, Northern Germany, Poland, and Czechia, Netherlands, South Holland, North Holland, Gelderland, and Utrecht. This is so weird. So Germany is in there. But I thought that I was under the impression that I was very much German. Okay, I did know that I was Norwegian though. My grandma is all about being Norwegian. I've got the Netherlands, which is the Dutch area. I did not realize that I was English in any way, so that's interesting. But yeah, I mean, we've got Dutch, Norwegian, and German, and that is exactly what I'm seeing here, which is great. It means that my family wasn't lying to me. My Heritage has a promotion going on right now, so click the link in the description box and use my code Kristen Hoffman to get free shipping. All right, everybody. Well, thank you so much for joining me on today's video. For those of you who are not familiar with me, my name is Kristen Hoffman. I am a wife and a mom who loves thrifting, homemaking, and intentional living. And I am here to show you guys some of the precious items that I was able to bring home from my grandma's house. So I don't even know where to start here. I think I will start with maybe the most meaningful of the items that I brought home. And that was these 3 antique Bibles. So the one that is the most special is this very first one. It is, I can't even read it, Lobsigent dem Hern. I'm guessing that it means good news, but it has my great grandfather's name here in this gold embossing, is that what it's called? But it says Fred Cruz 1912. And obviously this one is the highest quality of any of them. It has this beautiful paper on the inside and the entire thing is in German. Along with it, I also have 2 more little Holy Bibles. This one only has the front cover on it, but these do not have the dates on them, as most Bibles don't, I've realized. But I wish that they did. See if there's any kind of indication as to the year. I thought maybe in the back, but oh, we don't even have all of Revelation. So, you know, I think that these are more just for like nostalgia and personal appreciation. Here you can see that this one has a cross on it. Actually, I don't know if this is a Bible. Is this a Bible? Oh, this is the Common Service Book of the Lutheran Church. And so it just kind of goes over the calendar, the service, and a bunch of other words that I've never heard of before. So my dad grew up Lutheran, and so I'm sure that this was really special to their family. Anyway, so yeah, so we've got a Lutheran service book and an American Bible and a German Bible that we got going on here. Next, I found a few vessels. My grandma had this piece of, oh gosh, what is this called? It's like Chaniswarwa or something. I don't know, made in China though. I guess I was thinking that it was made in Japan. But you guys know how I love the blue and white pottery, and I just thought that this would look beautiful. I mean, look at that. Look at that with your surroundings right here. Doesn't this just fit in so beautifully with our home? I'm not sure what I'll use it for. Probably just like a little plant pot or something like that, but I thought that this is so cute. And next, I did find a few handmade pottery. I didn't have a chance to ask my grandma about these, unless somebody's name is on the underside. Okay, there's some kind of signature, but not one that I recognize. So I don't know, maybe it's my uncle or something. He's really artistic. But I found this guy, which I thought that the coloring of this was just really beautiful. I'm not really sure what I'm going to wind up doing with it, but you guys know how I feel about handmade pottery, and the fact that this was brought in from my grandmother's house gives it an extra special meaning. So I'm sure I will find a place for this, even if it's like in the girls' bathrooms to hold like hair ties or something like that. I feel like we can always use a vessel in this house. All right, and lastly, I did find this little guy. I'm not really sure what it says on the bottom. Again, it has another little signature, like indicating that it is handmade. It's a little bit lighter than the other ones, and it has some type of crust on it. So I'm not really sure what that's about, but it has this pretty speckled interior, and yeah, I just thought it was cute, right? Again, it looks like it goes with our house. What's not to like about this? So we'll find a little spot for this for something, okay? Even if it's just like a candy dish. I do need to wash it though first. And next, I found some cute little brass candlestick holders. You guys know how I feel about these, and so I was really excited to bring these into our collection. This one has a really nice kind of aged patina to it. This one's really heavy, and so I really liked these 2 a lot. I did pick up this third one, which is a lot shinier, a lot less patina on it. But I figured I would just pick it up anyway, see if I could find a spot for it in our house. If not, you know, maybe I will let it go at some point. But I figure at least having 2 is really nice, and this third one can't hurt. I found 2 little brushes to add to my collection. Not that I have that many, but I really did like these. This has been hanging in my grandma's laundry room for years, and I've always admired it. And then I found this one in her basement, which this one might actually be my all-time favorite one that I have. I love the darker color. However, it is missing the piece to hang it by. So I'm not sure what to do there. Maybe I'll have to stick a needle through with some thread or twine or something like that to be able to hang it from a hook in our kitchen. And I also found these 2 serveware pieces. So I'm not 100% sure what they are made of based on their weight. Oh, it says King Edward silver plate, and this one says community plate. So I don't know if that's any indication of what they're made of. If they're silver, they're not tarnished like a lot of silver is, but maybe they are. But the actual weight of them is really heavy. So I thought it'd be nice to have these just for serving at holidays and whatnot, and be able to have something that belonged to my grandma. All right, and next, I know that some of you guys are gonna be really excited to see this piece. It is this Give Us This Day Our Daily Bread. And you guys, I know that last year actually it was probably around this time, I brought home that wooden one. And when I was at the store, there was the wooden one, and it was next to 2 of these pewter ones. And so many of you were like, why did you grab the wood one? Why wouldn't you grab those pewter ones? I've been looking for those. And so when I saw that my grandma had one of these, I was excited to be able to pick it up. And you know what, guys? I'll replace it. I'll replace the wood one with the pewter one. I do have enough wood in this house, and this metal I don't have enough of. But yeah, especially since this one has sentimental meaning, we'll go ahead and we'll switch those out. All right, and next, anybody who knows my grandma knows that she loves to quilt. This is the quilt that all of us kids played with as kids for our babies. So my Aunt Anne, who's actually moving into my grandma's house, she has like award-winning quilts, things that are super complex and just jaw-dropping. However, my grandma, she just loves the squares, you know? She likes to keep things simple. So this is really special to us because we all played with it with our baby dolls. I just loved the color. It's super simple, nice cotton quilt. But I just have to give a shout out to my grandma because her primary focus outside of her family is making quilts for women in battered women's shelters. And so that's what she does day and night. Her and her friends in their church, they get together every week and they sew together quilts that they donate to all these different shelters and hospitals and all kinds of stuff. And so she is just an inspiration, and we love you so much, Grandma. I'm telling you, at 99, this woman's doing more than most of us are doing. Oh my gosh, next, this tiny thing is so heavy, but it is I'm gonna call it an antique, but you guys might get mad at me for that since I tend to call things that aren't antiques. Just I think dust is falling out of this, or some type of substance is falling out the bottom all over me. Anyway, this is an old iron, obviously, and you guys, it is an iron. It is so heavy. I know I've talked about possibly doing something in our laundry room to try to make it cuter down there. It is truly a dungeon down there. So I have all these like ideas on how to make it cuter, but I don't know how high I want to get my hopes up for making a dungeon look less like a dungeon without doing any type of like actual work to it. I did find this rug beater. I know that some of you guys are a huge fan of these. A lot of times they've got like some swirls and whatnot in them. Just like my grandma, y'all. She's about functionality, not form, okay? And so we have this guy here, which is just so funny to me that she even still had this. She's such a practical person, and to keep a rug beater seems kind of funny. But I've always wanted one. I've always thought that they were really cool. So I'm gonna have to try to find a peg to hang this on. And yeah, I'm really excited to have it, believe it or not. Oh my goodness. Okay, so she also let us have a bunch of china. The set that we have currently, it doesn't have a whole lot of pieces, and this obviously has plenty of pieces to feed plenty of people. But the thing is, I was thinking about replacing the stuff that we have with this stuff, but I don't know how to describe it. The stuff that we have it's slightly a little bit more vintage or antique looking. And when I look at the two next to each other, the silverware that we have has more of like this type of finish to it, whereas you guys can see that these are like very shiny. Does that make sense? And when I see them next to each other, I honestly prefer the ones that have more of this finish to it. And so I'm thinking that I probably will keep these. The shine on them makes me think that they're probably more like 70s or 80s. I think I'm just gonna keep them, and we can bring them out for like maybe holidays or something where we will need an abundance of silverware, but maybe just keep the stuff that we already have for everyday use. All right, and next, I definitely need to clean it out, but I did get this, oh my gosh, why am I blanking on what it's called? Is this just called like no. What is the word for this? Oh my gosh, you guys, I see them all the time. Oh my gosh, I need y'all's help. Somebody please tell me, what is this called? Why am I totally blanking on this right now? Anyway, I know that this stuff is valuable. We have one of them currently that we keep all of our chips in, not that it conceals them very well. But you know what? I figured another one would not be bad. Oftentimes, if I'm washing something that's a little bit larger, I want to soak it in like vinegar and baking soda or something. It's nice to be able to have like a larger basin like this to be able to put that kind of stuff in. You guys, I was not going to pass this up. I thought that this was great. And then lastly, what I carried all of this stuff home in was this cool box. So a goal of mine is to, over the years, gradually replace any of like our plastic bins that we keep all of our stuff in with these like wooden boxes and whatnot. And you guys, I know that that's a tall order, but I don't know, they're just so cool. And I would love to be able to go down into our basement and see a bunch of stuff like this as opposed to a bunch of plastic containers. So I saw the design on the front of this. I just thought it was so cool. I was really excited to be able to bring this home with me. And then I stuck all of my candle holders and dust brooms and all that kind of stuff in it and brought it home with us. You guys, I'm excited to continue to spend holidays and whatnot in the house, but it's always hard to accept change and that things may never be the same. You know, we can never go back to my grandma's house again. And I don't know, that's hard sometimes, you know, because we love you, Grandma. We love you. We love your house. Thank you so much for opening it up to us year after year, you know, with Grandpa and after Grandpa. Our whole family just loves you guys so much. I'm so thankful that we get to keep some of these special items and just remember all the amazing times that we've had with you and our family in that home. So I love you. I hope that we can continue this tradition in our own home. I hope that our kids run back to our house the way that we ran back to your house. And I hope that our kids think of us the way that we think of you and how much we love and respect you both, Grandma and Grandpa. Okay. Everybody else out there, you think that this video is just for one person, and maybe it is. But y'all, thank you so much for being here, and thank you so much for supporting our family and just being there for us. If you guys like it, go ahead and let me know below, and I will see you next time. Bye.